This is Kevin Mayo, and today we're drinking Problem Solve Brewing Real versus Imaginary, their coffee brown ale. Problem Solve is right around the corner from the house. It is the closest brewery to my house in today's world. It's only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. They just opened, so they are Connecticut's newest breweries. I know it was only like 2 weeks ago that I did a review of Labyrinth, and they were Connecticut's newest brewery, but now they're not. 2 weeks later, we have another brewery. I do have a mug there. I have to be honest. I am a Mug Club member there. And they've had 5 beers on tap the first 2 weeks they were open. It looks like they might have another new one coming out this week. I'm not sure if they're going to have 5 or more. And they will be open a full slate if you're in the area. You want to stop in, they're going to be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. And this is, as we figured out, or probably figured out, is a coffee brown ale. I took a little picture of their explanation of the beer when I was there getting the growler filled. Brewed with a complex grain bill, lending it to flavors of dark fruits, chocolate, hints of cinnamon, and coffee. Brown malt with a larger Lovabond rating gives a perception of coffee flavor. And we also added a cold brew coffee to enhance the flavor. Can you tell which coffee flavors are real versus imaginary? Without any further ado, let's give it a crack and see what we got. As always, if you like the reviews, please subscribe. We're always looking for new friends. And go ahead and leave comments, because we love talking about beer. And you can definitely smell the coffee coming up off of this one as I pour it. Put the top back on it. Pitch black, cannot see a thing through it no matter which light I look at. We've got about 1/2 finger of, just off white, geez. A dark brown head, dark tan head on it. As I remember, I believe this is not a high ABV. I think it's probably around 6%. I don't remember now, but I don't remember. None of their beers were really what you'd be considered double or imperial, or at least what they've had out so far. Let's do the aroma. So we get, black coffee, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of milk chocolate, and black coffee again, but a little bit of different. Like I first get the coffee. I bet you I'll go to real versus imaginary. I'm going to guess the first aroma I had was more of the cold brew coffee that was put in it. The second coffee I kind of got out of it was more like your coffee pot's been sitting there for a while, a little bit more of the burnt, bitter black coffee. So I'm guessing that's probably going to come from the roasted malt, but hey, what do I know? Cheers. Yeah, and it's pretty much exactly what the aroma was picked up. I got, roasted coffee, milk chocolate, roasted coffee, milk chocolate, coffee, get a little bit different taste on the coffee. Roasted coffee is right on the front tip of the tongue. It's almost like walking into a Starbucks. Oh, and then it finishes. I'm getting a lot of black coffee at the back of the throat at the finish here. But it's like almost walking into Starbucks and you smell that roast coffee. Or if you've ever gone to a coffee roaster, it's a place where they actually roast coffee. So you've kind of got that flavor. Milk chocolate, a little bit more subdued than some other stouts and imperial stouts we've had. Just a hint of like a dark cherry. Mouth feels a little thin on it. It's not as thick and creamy as some other beers of the style that we've had. It's not objectionable. It's just a little bit thinner. So, at the end of the day, what we've got is it's very, very coffee-centric. If you don't like coffee, you're not going to like this beer. If you do like coffee, I think you're going to love this beer because it's a really good beer. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the whole story there. We got coffee, roasted and otherwise. It finishes with a bitter coffee taste. It's got a little bit of milk chocolate flavor in the middle. Got a couple of hints of like a dark fruit, like I said, a dark cherry in there. It's an A beer. I would say it's a 90 out of 100. Till next time, keep drinking.